another episode of Soulful Eats with Lisa J. Today I am going to show you how to make lip-smacking Southern macaroni and cheese. And our ingredients today are going to include Mexican cheese, fine Mexican cheese, which is a blend of cheese. Definitely got to have some type of cheddar, so I have mild cheddar. Your elbow noodles, gonna put some milk. I put a little egg in mine, so if you never heard of that, we're gonna try to teach you something different. Egg, and then we're gonna put our seasonings in there. Also, you have to have butter, and we're gonna need a little flour. That's gonna thicken up our roux, which is gonna be the sauce for our macaroni and cheese. So I've already started by prepping my macaroni noodles. So I boiled about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of just regular elbow noodles, and I put a little salt in my water and boiled them for about 12 minutes. So now your noodles are done. Now we're going to make our sauce. That's going to be the sauce that's going to go over the macaroni noodles, which is going to make our macaroni creamy. In my pot here, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. So I have my butter. All right, got that in here. So I have 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to melt that butter. And once that butter is melted, we're going to put in about 3 tablespoons of regular all-purpose flour. That's going to give us our roux. We're going to loosen that up with some milk. Now I also put a little bit of evaporated milk in my macaroni and cheese. It gives it a different taste. It also gives it a creamier texture to it. So we're going to let this get melted, and then we're going to put our flour in there. Okay, so we're back. So my butter is melted. Now I'm going to sprinkle in a little flour. Okay, I'm going to do it a little at a time. And you're going to see it's going to start to sizzle up like this. You want to do this over a low heat so it doesn't get brown and scorched, because it will mess your entire macaroni and cheese up and you will have to start all over again. Okay, this is going to be the thickening agent that's going to make our sauce, and you want to stir this constantly or you're going to have lumps. I had 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and then I started out with 2 tablespoons, but then I added 1 more tablespoon of butter. So it was 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Now, you're going to let this cook a little bit. You're going to start to see it bubble up because you want it to get thick. It won't take long. And see, now you have sauce. Keep stirring. Now, at this point, you want to season this because this tastes like wallpaper glue. This is what this is tasting like right now. It has no flavor, no nothing. So I'm going to go and put a little bit of my Morton's Nature Seasoning in here. I don't measure nothing, so y'all better get used to me not measuring nothing if you're gonna watch my videos. So that's about, maybe I would say about a teaspoon, a little bit more. And then I'm gonna put a little onion powder in there, about a teaspoon. And as you can see it's starting to thicken up. Okay, so I'm gonna put, at this point, I'm gonna put a little Lawry's seasoning salt in here, just a little bit. We don't want to make our macaroni salty because the cheese is already salty just a little bit, just to give it a little taste. And stir that around. You do not want to cook this on a high heat. So now it's thick. So, but what I want to do, because it's still a little bit too thick still, I'm going to put a little bit more milk in here. Just a little bit. Okay. Because now we're getting ready to incorporate our cheese. And that's the consistency I want to look for. You can turn your heat up just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want it to scorch. So this is what your, as they say, bechamel sauce. It's a bechamel, which is a white sauce. And it's the staple sauce that you can use for any type of cream sauce that you would use for any, like, pasta dish, bechamel sauce. So we're gonna, it's just flour and butter, milk, that's it. So now we're gonna start putting our cheddar cheese in here. So as you know, I don't measure. So it's gonna be about a cup of cheddar cheese. Okay, gonna stir it. And this is gonna now become our cheese sauce. And you'll see the cheese starting to melt into the sauce. Keep stirring. So this is what your sauce should look like. It should be loose like this. Nice and cheesy. Just like this. If you don't have this, something is wrong. Something went wrong. Scratch it. Start all over. So now I'm going to turn this off because I don't want this to burn and I don't want it to become like wallpaper spackle. That's your sauce. Now our next step is going to be, I'm going to grease my baking dish with butter. We're going to grease our baking dish. We're going to dump that macaroni over into that, and we're going to stir it all together and mix it, and then we're going to top it with our cheeses. At that point, we're going to throw it in the oven and let it bake for about maybe 35-40 minutes, and then you're going to have mac and cheese. Okay, be right back. Okay, so we're back. So now this is the last step that we're going to make our macaroni and cheese. I've already buttered my baking dish. Here's our macaroni. Here's our egg. So I'm going to crack one egg. Okay, and for those of you who don't know, I'm going to let y'all know right now. Y'all going to see me do this if you're going to watch my videos. I do not like this little membrane that's in the egg. I hate it with a burning passion, and I take it out at every time I cook something. I take it out. I can't even eat eggs out in public because it looks like snot. I take it out. Now, you want to leave it in there, that's you, but I'm taking mine out. Okay, so take that out. And we're going to take a fork. And we're going to whisk up the one egg. Okay? No milk, no nothing. And we're going to pour this over our macaroni mixture, okay? After we put it in the pan. So now we're going to put this macaroni in here. Yes, I did wash my hands. For those of you who know, I do wash my hands constantly. We're going to spread this macaroni out in this baking dish. Okay, like this. Okay, so we're going to take our sauce that we made that's nice and cheesy. Bechamel sauce. Let me find my little spoon here. This one. Put the other one in there. And we're going to pour this mixture over our noodles like this. And now we're going to pour our egg right into that. And it's going to give our macaroni a little dense. It's going to make it not so runny. It's going to have a more of a dense texture to it, so it's not so runny and loose. Now at this point, I'll make sure you stir that all up in there. Want all the egg to be mixed up in there. Now, at this point, we're going to top it with the rest of our cheddar cheese. And sprinkle our cheddar cheese over the top. And then I'm going to put a little of that Mexican cheese over the top of that, so it's nice and cheesy. So this was mild cheddar. Some people like sharp cheddar. I like mild cheddar. My Cowboys got their butts kicked, so that's just one game. They're going to come on back. I know they're going to come back. Now we're going to put this in there. So now we're going to put this cheese over the top of this. Okay, so this is how your mac and cheese should look. All dressed up. We're going to throw it in the oven, which I preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to let that bake in there for about 35 to 40 minutes. You'll know when it's ready because it'll be nice and cheesy. Don't let it overbake because won't be cheesy. It'll get burnt. The top of the mac and cheese will be burnt and it'll be ruined. So we're going to put this in the oven and then we're going to come back. Okay. There's our mac and cheese. I'll put it in the oven. Close it up. And we're going to set our cook time for, I'm going to say, 40 minutes. Might be ready before then, a few minutes before, but I'm going to do 40. And if I feel like it needs to come out prior to that, I'll let you guys know, but I'm setting it for 40. And we're going to come back and we're going to see how this looks. Okay, so our mac and cheese is done. And I've made some asparagus that I'm getting ready to drain off and put some butter and some seasoning on. And I also have a rotisserie chicken that I picked up at Costco. So that's going to be our dinner for tonight. But I want you guys to see how pretty the mac and cheese looks. This is how your mac and cheese should look. Like that. Bubbly, brown, full of butter, full of cheese. All those calories, that's going to go straight to your hips. But this is how it should look. Okay, so I'm going to put them down on my little trivets here. I'm a Mickey Mouse connoisseur. I love Mickey Mouse. I'm a Mickey Mouse fanatic. So, got my little trivets down. But this is how your mac and cheese should look. Bubbly, golden brown. And then we're going to let it cool off. But if I take a spoon and dig in here, just a corner. See? It's nice and cheesy. Okay? But you gotta let that cool. Because you can't eat this right now because it's like eating hot lava. So, once again, macaroni and cheese, Southern style macaroni and cheese. I hope you try my recipe. Hope it comes out good for you. As always, like and subscribe if you like my videos. Please keep watching. My viewers are picking up like crazy, so as always, like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please DM me or put them into on my message board. Have a beautiful night, and thanks for watching.